Let's start with a myth that holds so many learners back. You need to live in London or New York to speak English well. Is that really true? Actually, no. What you need isn't a plane ticket, it's a toolkit of daily habits. Now, you might be thinking, but Tom, if I'm not surrounded by English, how can I get good? Let me tell you a story. One of my students, Anna, learned English in her small town in Brazil, never left her country. But she practiced every day using smart strategies, and now she works for an American company remotely. The two technical terms here are immersion and exposure. Immersion means being surrounded by English, but exposure is just seeing or hearing English often. You can create your own exposure without moving. So here's our setup. You want to speak English fluently. The conflict? You're not in an English-speaking country. The resolution? Daily, doable habits that bring English into your life wherever you are. Stick with me. I'll show you simple steps that transform English from something you study into something you live. What is shadowing, and why do language coaches swear by it? Imagine you're an actor learning lines you listen and repeat, copying everything, not pausing to translate or analyze. Shadowing is the process of repeating what you hear, like a shadow following a person. You don't stop to check a dictionary. You mimic the speaker's tone, speed, and rhythm. That's prosody, the music of language and articulation, how your mouth moves. You might be wondering, but Tom, what if I don't understand every word? That's okay. Shadowing isn't about perfect understanding. It's about training your brain and mouth to work together in real time. Let me give you an example. Listen. I want to speak English fluently. Now repeat after me. See how your mouth gets used to new sounds? That's the magic of shadowing. At first, it feels weird, almost robotic. But if you do this for 5 minutes daily, you'll notice smoother speech and clearer pronunciation. That's a small habit with a big payoff. Let's talk about listening, the true foundation of language learning. Ask yourself, how did you learn your first language? By listening, not by reading grammar books. Listening every day exposes you to intonation, the rise and fall of speech and collocations, words that naturally go together. It's like soaking up music before you play an instrument. You might be thinking, but I only understand half of what I hear. That's normal. The key is consistency, not perfection. Even 10 minutes of podcasts or music tunes your ear to real English. Try making English your background music. Listen while you walk, cook, or commute. Over time, you'll notice you pick up new words and phrases without even trying. The setup. You want to speak naturally. The conflict. You don't hear enough real English. The solution? Turn on the listening tab. Let English flow into your day, every day. Listening is great, but here's the twist. You need to turn passive listening into active speaking. How? By repeating what you hear. This is called active recall, trying to remember and reproduce information, and it builds muscle memory for your mouth. It's like athletes practicing the same moves daily. Now you may ask, do I have to repeat every sentence? Not exactly, but repeating key phrases or lines helps lock them into your brain. For example, after listening to a podcast, pause and say the last 2 sentences out loud. Notice how your tongue and lips start to cooperate with your brain? That's active learning in action. Start small, 1 or 2 lines a day. It's practice, not performance. Each repetition builds fluency, clarity, and confidence. Now let's tackle a big roadblock, thinking in your native language. Translation is a habit, but we can break it. The technical term for this is mental modeling, creating direct pathways between your thoughts and English words. The more you do it, the stronger those pathways become. You might say, but Tom, my thoughts come in my own language. That's normal. Start with simple daily sentences in your mind. For example, it's morning, I need coffee. Over time, try to add more detail. The sky is gray today, I feel tired. This builds automaticity, the ability to do something naturally without thinking about it. The setup, you want to speak faster. The conflict, translating slows you down. The solution? Practice short, real-life thoughts in English every day until English becomes your first response. Here's a powerful practice you can start today: reading aloud. Think of it as a workout for your speaking muscles. When you read aloud, you're working on phonology, the sounds of language, and fluency, the flow of your speech. It's like training for a marathon, one step at a time. You might be wondering, but what should I read? Start with a children's story, a dialogue, or even your favorite poem. Read slowly, focus on clarity, then try again with more expression. Imagine you're an actor bringing a script to life. Each read-through helps you sound more natural and less robotic. Setup. You want clear, natural pronunciation. Conflict. Silent reading doesn't train your mouth. Resolution. Read aloud daily for strong, confident speech. Let's talk about making English part of your real life, not just a classroom activity. The more you interact with English, the more natural it becomes. This is called contextual learning, learning language in real-life situations. And passive acquisition, picking up words and phrases naturally, without formal study. Now, you might ask, how can I do this if I'm busy? Great question. Try changing your phone settings to English. Suddenly, every time you adjust your brightness or send a message, you see English words. You'll start learning words like update, download, or settings just by seeing them every day. That's learning by living, not just studying. The setup. You want English to stick. The conflict. Only practicing during study time. The solution? Make English the background of your daily routines. Let's unlock another tool: writing a short diary in English every day. Don't worry, you don't have to write a novel. This is called micro-writing, very short writing exercises, and it helps you practice syntax, or how sentences are structured. You might wonder, does writing really help with speaking? Absolutely. When you write, you slow down and choose your words. Over time, these sentences become easier to say. Try writing 3 sentences before bed. Today was busy. I met a friend. We drank coffee. Simple, useful, and real. Setup. You want to build confidence with sentences. Conflict. Speaking feels overwhelming. Resolution. Write small daily diaries to build up your language muscle. Here's a game changer: recording 1-minute voice messages in English. Why is this so powerful? Because it gives you instant feedback. This technique uses self-monitoring, listening to your own speech and pronunciation awarenesses, noticing your own accent and mistakes. Now, you might hesitate, but I don't like my voice. Trust me, everyone feels that way at first. The more you listen, the more you notice small improvements. Describe your day, your plans, or something you learned. You'll start to catch repeated mistakes and fix them. It's private, low pressure, and effective. Setup. You want to improve. Conflict. No feedback. Resolution. Record. Listen and adjust your own voice becomes your best teacher. Last but not least, let's talk about connecting with other learners. English is a living language. It's meant to be shared. This is called social interaction, learning with others, and peer learning, growing through group practice. Both boost motivation and accountability. You might ask, what if I'm shy? Start with text messages in a WhatsApp group, or join an English learning Telegram channel. Even reading other people's messages helps. When you share a question or a short voice note, you turn English into a real tool for connection, not just a school subject. Setup. You want to stay motivated. Conflict. Learning alone is hard. Resolution. Join an online group practice, share, and grow together. So, what's the big secret to speaking English fluently? It's not talent, it's not living abroad, it's turning small daily actions into English practice. This is called habit stacking, linking new habits to things you already do, and automaticity, making behaviors routine and effortless. You might wonder, is 5 minutes a day really enough? Yes, it's the daily repetition that rewires your brain, not the amount of time you spend. So, say good morning in English, write your to-do list in English, watch a quick video, make English part of your living, not just your learning. Setup. You want lasting fluency. Conflict. Old habits die hard. Resolution. Make English a habit, not homework, and you'll unleash the confident speaker inside you.